are a few challenges. The industry ecosystem is working towards solving these challenges. I'm pretty confident that they'll be solved within the next few years. But there are, like any new technology, there are some challenges in the sense of open source is not completely ready for deployment and what the operators are looking for. So most of the initial trials are going to be pretty customized for integration between the VNFs and the orchestration engine or the SDN controllers. So that's going to be a challenge. For example, OpenStack has, there are people working on it. It's not yet ready, but it will get ready within. There are many vendors, many customers driving this deployment, driving this development of OpenStack to fit the needs of the service providers soon. So it will happen in next 2 years. So that's one of the challenges of the operators, if they expect that things are going to be just switched on and automatically, just zero provisioning. So it's going to be a little challenging. Initially, it's going to be customized. All of the trials that are going on today are very customized projects. So that's one thing. The second thing is operators may be expecting, NFV to give them a lot of CapEx savings and OpEx savings. Initially, it's going to be where, because there is a lot of different virtual network functions from different vendors, you will see integration of them happening, and so somebody needs to actually do the integration between the different vendors' VNFs because they want the best of breed different network functions from different vendors. So there's some systems integration has to be done, some interoperability testing has to be done. So that will kind of add to what they save on the CapEx. May end up, they may be spending some amount of OpEx on initially. But as things progress and as things get more stabilized, it's going to be plug and play, and we'll reap the benefits that NFV is promising probably in a few years from now. But initially, it's going to be, these are the challenges that are going to be seeing. And the other things are scalability is going to be one of the challenges that initially all the trials are focused on proving functionality, but in the future, operators are going to look for scalability. The way F5 is going to suggest that operators move, of course, as I mentioned earlier on, operators may look at NFV deployment in pockets, whether it's going to be virtual EPC, virtual RAN, virtual CPE, virtual IMS, virtual DNS, different, where they can actually look at deployment of NFV from different pockets. But it depends on their use case, depends what their pain points. So our recommendation is best place to start is the GI LAN services, where you can actually demonstrate effective service chaining with NFV, and chaining of services like firewall, load balancing, parental controls, content injection, video optimization, video caching. You can chain these services logically, and this is best place to introduce NFV. And I think then they can progress on to virtual EPC and then a virtual RAN and virtual CPE, and then other places in parallel, or some operators are looking at deployment of NFV in all of these areas in parallel, like virtual EPC, virtual GLAN, virtual IMS, right? And then, so this is the first step. The second step is for the operator to pick their VNF, who are their VNF vendors. And then they pick the orchestration, who's the Uber orchestration vendor who's going to orchestrate all of these different VNFs in their network. So that would be the second place. And then they can actually look at SDN controller vendor as well. So these are the little steps that you can take, and then conduct trials in pockets so that you don't actually go do full-scale deployment, but try out NFV in pockets of deployments and then go gradually migrate to the entire network being NFV. So F5 has effectively been working with many operators across the globe, tier 1 vendors, with supporting them in different use cases for NFV deployments. These are all trials which we have done with different vendors already, like HP, Alu Nuage, Alu Cloudband, Cisco. We have actually integrated our VNFs with their orchestration engines and different SDN controllers like from Alu Nuage and Juniper Contrail. So we have worked with different vendors, and we have developed the ecosystem. We are part of all of these vendors' ecosystems. So F5 is already working with, in terms of orchestration, we have already integrated with these vendors. So that's one big step where F5 can help, where we can actually bring this solution, and we have actually done it several places, so we can actually speed up the process, and we have learned. And so you can actually, as a new operator who's actually deploying or doing a trial with us, you can leverage all of our experience that we have done in the past. And then we're also working on good scalability solutions, whether you talk about VNF scaling up or scale out solutions. So you can get 1 terabits per second throughputs and high capacity with virtualized solution. In very few more months, we'll actually be productizing that solution. And so you get scalability, and we have the same reliability that we offer from the big IP side. All of our rich product portfolio that we support on big IP in hardware, we actually can support in virtualized manner as well. So you have all the DNS, policy enforcement, load balancing, firewall, signaling delivery controller. All of these are available as virtual network functions. So that makes it easier for you if you have already big IP running in your network. It's just we're virtualized, and the same interface, it's one operating system running on both of our purpose-built hardware as well as virtualized network infrastructure. So you can have a hybrid infrastructure in place with F5.